Today, we are talking about space hotels, specifically the Voyager station. A company called Gateway Foundation made plans way back in 2019 for this space hotel. They showed off a 24-module design that connected the units via elevator shafts to the central hub of the station, with enough room to house 280 guests, all of whom will be required to undergo some space training, along with 112 crew members. Inspired by the most obvious choice in space movies, senior design architect Tim Alatorre said the hotel's aesthetic was a direct response to the Stanley Kubrick movie 2001: A Space Odyssey. Tim, I don't want to burst your bubble, but that movie has a psychotic computer that kills people. Granted, he did say that it was almost a blueprint of what not to do. Still, can we maybe find a better inspiration? Before we go any further, if you're enjoying this show, consider subscribing and leave a comment down below on what kind of episodes you'd like to see in the future. This space hotel promises to offer many luxuries that we take for granted on Earth, where all the gravity is. This station will offer showers, restaurants, bars, and even normal Earth beds. None of that strap yourself down to sleep junk that NASA uses. Get it together, NASA. That's so 1960s. It will also have probably the most sought after luxury you want in space: movie theaters. Wait, what? Who wants to watch a movie when you can look out the window into outer space? So you'll be able to live just like you do on Earth? Boring. Actually, they say you'll have a chance to play and experience weightlessness and the reduced gravity, with claims of being able to jump higher, lift heavy objects with little effort, and be able to run in ways that you can't on Earth. And of course, the most important thing, you'll get to eat some space ice cream. But you can also do that on Earth. But how on earth does this work? Well, first, it's not on Earth, dummy, it's in space. Okay, so how in space does this work? Have you ever been on one of those flying saucer rides at a state fair? You know, one of these? When they spin, they are forcing everything to the outer edge. That same concept can be used in space to create artificial gravity. I'll be honest, I definitely thought this was always fake in space movies, but apparently we can actually do that in theory. This concept goes all the way back to 1903, where Konstantin Tsiolkovsky suggested using rotational force to create artificial gravity in space. This is actually a supercritical part of space for everyone. Low gravity, as we know already, causes major health changes such as muscle loss, bone density loss, diminished organ function, eyesight issues, changes in cardiovascular strength, and even genetic changes. Yikes. So yeah, we need some gravity. An example of what to expect for an artificial gravity setup to mimic Earth would be something like this. If you had a structure that had a radius of around 330 feet, it would need to spin 70 miles per hour. That would be about 3 rotations per minute. In a layout like this, the center would practically have no gravity at all, but then gradually increase gravity as you traveled to the outer areas. The craziest part about all of this is that they stated they would be completed by 2027. Wow. You can register now at VoyagerStation.com. And while we currently do not have a price range with Voyager Station, they claimed they wanted it to be about the same that you would spend on a trip to Disneyland. I suppose that depends on if you get that in-state discount with Disney or if you're coming from the north and need a flight. I don't know. Based on Virgin Galactic's pricing to launch people into suborbital space, it would be closer to $250,000 per person. And you don't even get to take a picture with Mickey Mouse or Kylo Ren. And they aren't the only company looking to make space hotels the new thing. Axiom Space and Orion Span both have options coming very soon. Though these two are much smaller, and without artificial gravity, they are charging $55 million to hop on board. Tom Cruise is looking to film the first movie in space with his spot aboard the Axiom station. So there's that. What kind of budget do you have when it costs $55 million per person just to get on set? Better be a good movie. But we won't get to see Tom Cruise in his famous running if that's the case. As always, thanks for watching, and what did you learn today?